The town of Olu was quiet that morning, a sleepy Nigerian community wrapped in its usual rhythm of life. For university friends Chuka, Femi, Toby, and Uch made their way through its narrow paths. They had a mission: to retrieve money owed to them by a debtor. The boys were not strangers to hardship, students hustling to make ends meet. They had dreams: Chuka, the aspiring engineer; Femi, the musician with stars in his eyes; Toby, a footballer hoping to play for Europe's finest; and Uch, the quiet poet who wanted to rewrite the world. But on that day, their dreams would shatter in a cascade of misjudgment, fear, and brutality. Their debtor, a local man with a shady reputation, spun a desperate lead when confronted. "These boys are thieves." His voice rang out like an alarm. It was enough. People gathered. Questions were not asked. The frenzy began. The boys pleaded, "We're not thieves. Call the police." But their voices were drowned by shouts of "Ol, ol," the dreaded cry for thief in the local parlance. A mob quickly formed, fueled by anger, mistrust, and the need for swift justice. Faces once familiar turned into a faceless crowd, armed with sticks, stones, and tires. As the four boys were dragged through the streets, they screamed for help, for mercy. Some watched from their windows, others joined in, unwilling to challenge the tide. Mob justice had taken hold of force as blind as it was unforgiving. In the chaos, no one thought to question the accusations. No one paused to consider the boys' humanity. What if they were innocent? What if this was a mistake? The answers came too late. When the flames died down, and the crowd dispersed, Olu was left with silence, a silence that bore the weight of unspeakable guilt. The truth surfaced days later. The boys were innocent. Their only crime had been trusting that their community would hear their side of the story. The country erupted in outrage, social media lit up with hashtags, protests, and calls for justice. But for the families of Chuka, Femi, Toby, and Uch, no court ruling could fill the void. Their sons were gone, their lives stolen by a moment of collective madness.